Fordyce Red Bugs, no one does it like Chase McCollum of Shelter Insurance. A former educator in the Fordyce School District, Chase has always believed in investing in our kids on and off the field. Whether it's cheering under the Friday night lights or helping you find the right coverage, Chase is proud to stand with the Red Bugs every step of the way. Chase McCollum, Shelter Insurance, proud longtime supporter of the Fordyce Red Bugs.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
From the hills of northwest Arkansas to the flatlands of the Delta, it's only 51 days till the kickoff of high school football in Arkansas. This is HomeTown Sports Volume 2, only on the Arkansas Sports Network. HomeTown Sports Volume 2 is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales. Lifted, leveled, and ready to roll. Drive different. By Tyson Foods. Passionate about food, committed to you, feeding the world like family. By Arkansas Tech University. Financial flexibility, academic excellence. Learn more, earn more. And by Metcalf Trucking Company. Arkansas trucking delivered reliably and with integrity.
All right, welcome back to HomeTown Sports Volume 2. Continuing the day on, we now have the Fordyce Red Bugs in the house with us, and off a great season last year. Duran Miller here. I've got head coach Tim Rogers with me. Been there a long time now, Coach Rogers. 132-58. I got you as your overall record there at Fordyce, and last year 13-1, rattled off 13 straight for that game at Bismarck, which we were able to stream that night. Talk to me about last season's team and what y'all did right and what y'all need to do a little better on, and then we'll kind of get into this year's team.
Well, last year we had a feeling that we could be decent last year. I mean, we had a lot of good skill people, and we thought we might struggle up front a little bit with the line, which we did at times. But our skill people came through last year, and we started a 9th grade quarterback. Our running backs and a couple of our receivers and stuff were 10th graders and 11th graders, and we thought we might struggle as the year went along. But the kids and the players, they stepped up all through the season. We just got better as we went. And, we finished the season 10-0 in regular season, and it just seemed like at every ball game, somehow, some way, they made a play or they did something to win a ball game.
Yes, sir.
And it carried over into the playoffs. And the only thing in the playoffs is, we won first round, second round, our quarterback got injured. He got injured and broke a bone in his leg, so he was out for the second half of the second round playoff game. Third round playoff game, we got some breaks, and so we had some players step up, make some big plays, and we ended up beating Booneville. And then against Bismarck, it just seems like that everything that could go wrong went wrong that ball game.
Yes, sir.
We started off the kickoff from the beginning of the ball game. We fumbled that till drop punts, missed tackles, and it just snowballed on us. And the whole thing about it was it just seemed like everything that we'd got away with the whole year came back in one ball game, and I really felt bad for that, because that wasn't a team that we had been all year long, been able to make plays, but that ball game, it just felt like that everything just fell apart at one time, and I really felt bad, especially for the seniors, because they put in a lot of time in, and as we played and as the year went along, we just got better and better. And then all of a sudden, that one game and that's what people
manifested.
Yeah, and that's what people are going to remember is that last ball game. But we've been working on that during the summer.
Yeah, of course, that was the best Bismarck team they probably definitely ever had. Made it to state, and they went down to Salem in the end. But two great teams. But y'all definitely, you kind of got snake bit in that one early. Had, like you said, fumble right off the bat on an open return, and but a great season overall. I mean, in the playoffs, y'all really dominated. 52-14 over Hoxie, 46-8 over Jessieville. That's where your quarterback got hurt. And then at Boonville, I think that was at y'all's house, was it not?
Yes.
That's the defending state champs. Really good team, really tough team, and y'all were able to beat them with a quarterback and, with your starter out and a guy in there that hadn't been playing that all year. And that was a huge win. And overall, though, a great season, and you really built upon the years before, and just kind of took it to the next level last year. I know early on we had y'all – I personally had y'all really highly ranked, and then once – I think everybody kind of got on board once they saw that Mineral Springs score, 58-10. It was just like, wow, and y'all just rode from there. And like you said, a lot of those younger players, those sophomores and juniors at quarterback, wide receiver, running back, just really showed out for y'all. And it was just a great year. Talk to me about this year's team. It looks like you got 6 back on offense, 6 back on defense. You got some younger linemen that played for you already. You got 1 tackle. Looks like Daniel Warner's a senior. Got Tashumbe Ledbetter, a junior. Bryant Robinson, a junior. Kind of battling it out in the guard spots. Talk to me about the line for starters.
Up front, like you said, the two guards. We started 2 10th grade guards last year, and we thought, and as the beginning of the year, we kind of struggled at times, but we got better, and by the end of the year, we were better up front than we were at the beginning of the year, which that's what you want.
Sure.
But Bryant Robinson and Tashumbe Ledbetter both, they got better, and they were doing a good job towards the end of the year. This year, the team camps and things that we've done, they've really improved a lot, and they've gotten a lot bigger and a lot stronger. And Daniel Warner, he's matured a lot from last year to this year, as far as, just mentally too. I'm very proud of him there. He's gotten bigger and stronger. He's doing a good job there. The other tackles, we had a couple of defensive players last year that could have probably helped us on offense a lot, but they didn't. And Kyle Randall and Vincent Stroud, both of them are playing tackle some this year, and they're doing a great job there, and they're helping us out a lot. And those are 2 of our bigger and stronger, more athletic linemen, and they're helping us out there. The center position is probably the only spot right now that we really don't know yet. Nate Bryan and Gabriel Courtney, both of them are working at center and switching around some, and that's still up for grabs right now. And both of those guys are seniors, so it's offensive line is kind of set. We just got to figure out what we're going to do there at center right now. And but we've kind of struggled there a little bit during team camps and stuff. But hopefully one of them will step up and take over that spot there and help us out up front, because the team camps that we went to, I've thought we've done a good job up front. So I'm kind of looking forward this year to the offensive line, because I think we got everything under control up front as far as where we need to be.
Yes, sir. So you got a lot of skill guys as well to go along with that line. It looks like it's going to be pretty solid this year. Let's talk about your quarterback. He's getting really popular around the state. He was just a freshman last year, did some big things. It's Andrew Ellison, also known as Cadillac, and got him down about 6'3", about 250. Just a big bruising quarterback that can tuck it and run. He can make some throws. Threw the ball around 1,971 yards last year, 24 touchdowns. That's impressive for a freshman. Very impressive. Talk to me about what he brings to the table and what you saw and liked out of him last year as a freshman, and what you are expecting him to kind of turn the corner to the next level this year.
Well, when he was in junior high in the year of the 9th grade, we moved him up. We just if we would have had some other players that had stayed, we might would have kept him down in junior high maybe. But we had some people move off last year and stuff, and we just decided to move him up. And we knew he was going to be the quarterback the next 3 years. We knew that. And moved him up, and we started things off slow. Coach Sosha did a good job last year as far as calling plays and putting us in situations where he didn't have to do and depend a lot on him making all the decisions and everything. And as the year went along, I mean, he threw one interception, and I think he had 2 fumbles the whole year.
Wow.
So he protected the ball, and that was the main thing. And he made plays when we needed him to at times. And, there were times that he made some mistakes, and, you looked at there and said, well, that's ninth grader. But then as the year went along, he made some plays that, ninth graders don't make. I mean, and you can tell that he got better and stronger. And this year, I think he's matured a lot as far as physical and staying in shape and doing some things. And, with that broke bone in his leg, he really had to work and go through therapy and stuff to get back in shape and get that leg going. And I think he's done a good job. That 2-week dead period, when he came back, he kind of looked a little thinner.
Yeah.
Which I was very, very proud.
Yeah,
of that right there. He looked different when he came back.
Yeah, he's coming in with everybody else. I was like, well, he brought a lineman. No, nope, that's the quarterback. No, I knew what to look at a little bit with him because I was familiar with him. But he definitely looks like he could start on at defensive end as well.
Our defensive coordinator, Coach Musgrove, I know Coach Sledge and them, they and Coach Gamble, they want him over there sometimes on defense, which he is. He's a great defensive lineman. He played that in junior high for us a lot too, 7th grade and 8th grade. But right now, as far as if we can get away with it and stuff, he's not going to play in on defensive line. But, we have talked about it. And, if we get into playoffs and we need things and we got to have people stopped, we may have to put him in there sometime because, I mean, he can do the job. I mean, he's done it before. So, but you don't want to have your quarterback down there playing on defense, getting cut and double teamed all the time.
Definitely coming off a broken leg as well. That's not a good thing. You got some major weapons to hand the ball off to. We got Micah Gamble here in the house with us. He's a junior, had over 1,000 yards last year, 12 touchdowns. I think he was one of the guys that led that junior high team, or his junior high as well went 9-1. I think you got some other guys moving up that are going to help out there as well that are moving up as sophomores this year. Talk to me about Micah a little bit and what he brings to the table for y'all with that experience.
That's one of the things is just the experience, and he's just a playmaker. And you can look back on the games that he had. He had over 1,000 yards and 12 or 13 touchdowns. He didn't carry the ball but maybe 100-something times. So that's about 10 yards a carry. Right. Plus he scored 5 or 6 touchdowns on defense, either picking up fumbles or running interceptions back. So he's one of those kids that just makes plays and does things to win ball games, and you can count on him there. And I know at running back also, T.J. Harris will be playing some back there, Tremaine Turner. Those guys are going to have to come in and fill in sometimes because we can't just give the ball to Micah all the time. So some of those guys are going to have to step up, and that's what we're looking for. We've seen that some in team camps in the summer. Those guys have matured and gotten a lot better and stuff. So we're looking pretty good there at the running back spot right now.
Yes, sir. I've seen y'all are starting to, you've been wing tee, and starting to come out and spread it out a little bit at times. Talk to me about the offensive philosophy this year and some of those guys like Jamartez Stroud that you're going to be throwing the ball to.
Yeah, I know. I know my other coaches and stuff, or not mine, but the other coaches and stuff. I like running the ball and keeping it simple and running 5 or 6 plays. But I know that we have a lot of skilled people that are that can make plays, and we don't need to just hand the ball off one guy all the time and just run it all the time. And I understand that, and Coach Socha does a good job of getting us in certain plays and situations as far as the spread formation. And when you got a receiver like Jamartez Stroud, you need to get him the ball out there in open space. And, I mean, last year I know he had some big catches for us. He had, I don't know how many, 9 or 10 or touchdowns.
12. I think they got
12. Okay.
12 earlier.
Yeah, he had 12. He had 12 touchdowns last year, receiver.
Very explosive.
Right, and we got other guys that can do the same thing. Zay Jones and Jamarcus Cranford, Tremaine Turner plays out there. Those guys, we got, and Micah Gamble also plays out there receiver sometimes when we go spread. So we got guys that we can throw the ball down the field to and make plays. Jamarcus Cranford won the 100 Won the 100 in state this year. Our track team won state. Jamartez and Micah and Tremaine and Jamarcus and all those guys are on the track team this year. Ellison was too. Andre Ellison was too, as far as shot and disc. So, we have some speed, and that's one thing about it is when we get in the spread formation, there's a lot, we get the field opened up, and those guys can make a lot of plays, and our quarterback can get the ball to him down the field. So that, that makes us a lot better. And if somebody's taking away certain things on the run game, we'll go to spread and throw the ball around. And if they want to stay back and make us run it, we'll run the ball. So we've got to where that we kind of just go back and forth sometimes. And last year we did a good job on that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, just kind of trying to keep the defense at peril. You got a lot of athletes, a lot of speed you can put out on the edges and mix it up a little bit at times. But I like that philosophy. You're always gonna kind of your backbone there is to run the ball downhill at you, and
Yes.
that's nice to be kind of multiple as well. So Coach, talk to me about the defense a little bit. What you got coming back? Looks like 6 starters. Tell me about your strengths and weaknesses defensively.
As far as your strength on defense, I know our 2 defensive ends last year, both of them made all conference, and one of them made all state. Vincent Stroud and Kyle Randall, both of those guys, they did a great job last year at our defensive ends. And we lost 2 big seniors last year that filled inside, so we're really not struggling, but we're really working around and rotating a lot of people in there. And we have, we got to have some guys that step up on the inside. But as far as our outside 2 defensive linemen, Vincent and Kyle both, they've done a great job, and they made some big plays last year. And we're really looking forward to those 2 guys taking care of their spots and maybe keeping people from, running inside a lot if they can make plays. Which I know Bryant Robinson and Daniel Warner and Tashami Ledbetter, you mentioned their names on offense. Well, they're going to play some defense too. And that's one of the things about that that not struggle with, but that we got to look at sometimes. We have a lot of kids that go both ways. Right. And, we're in AAA.
Try to keep them fresh.
Try to keep them fresh, but then, you look at some of these other teams that, they'll have 40, 50 kids out there. We're 30, 32, 33 kids, and a lot of ours go both ways. But, we do a good job of trying to keep them in shape, and Vincent and Kyle and those guys are playing offense and defense both. Some of those other guys. Linebacker, we lost an all-state, all-conference linebacker from last year that kind of settled everything down.
Simmons.
Simmons. He did a great job as far as he studied film. He knew what was going on. Could get everybody lined up, and he did a great job there. And we're going to miss him.
Looks like you got
well, right. I mean, I'm trying to peek on your paper there, look at names, but good. Like T.J. Harris.
Okay.
T.J. Harris is he'll be one of the linebackers. He's done a good job. He played last year, and the other linebackers that we have that were that's in there right now, people are going to look out on the field and they're not going to believe the size of our linebackers. Wow. Our linebackers are small. I'm 5'6", and two of our inside linebackers, I don't even know. Well, I guess they're maybe 5'1", 5'2".
Wow.
And I don't even know if they weigh 150 pounds. But Keyston Thomas is one of them, and Noah Gamble is another one. But those two, and I'll take them right now because they go downhill, and they're going to the ball, and they're going to hit you when they get there. And I mean, to me, that's what you got to have. Now, you may want them a little bit bigger and stuff, but the team camps and stuff that we went to this year, they went downhill and went to the ball. And those 3 guys right there right now are the guys that we're kind of counting on and looking forward to, those guys. And they're making plays in the team camps. But we don't know right now those guys right now during a real ball game because how small they are. And that's the thing, we kind of worry about sometimes is size-wise. You play somebody like – we played Dumas and Risen and Monticello, Palestine, Wheatley, McGee, those guys that run the ball a lot and inside, and big old linemen, how they're going to do in there. But I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what they're going to do this year in the defense as far as linebackers.
Well, you can't really coach a guy that that aggressive. If they're aggressive, they want to get downhill. Those headhunter tops, you'll take those all day of the week. They make up for it with heart that size sometimes.
Yes, I know, and that's Noah and Keystone both are kind of small, and I don't know what somebody said that day in practice. They kind of got that little man syndrome sometimes as far as stepping up, but I mean they do. I mean, we have to get on them too sometimes in practice about hitting low because, most times we just practice shorts and shoulder pads and stuff. But, when you're that small, sometimes you got to hit people that low, and, which they do. So, we're kind of looking forward to getting into real ball games where they can really go in there and hit people. Right now, team camps, you got to stay high most of the time. Secondary-wise, I mean, we got a lot of the ones that we had back last year, Jamarcus Cranford and Jamartez Stroud, Tremaine Turner, Zay Jones, those four guys right there are probably end up playing a lot back here in the secondary. Other than that, I mean, that's I know Micah Gamble, he'll probably
go two ways.
Well, he'll probably go two ways too, and I let the defensive coaches figure that out sometimes. But I mean, you want to call it linebacker, outside linebacker, strong safety, bump down. He's one of those guys. He's going to be that guy that's going to be going back and forth secondary, come down to linebacker,
a nickel
that kind of spot,
rover guy.
a kind of nickel guy there.
Yeah.
So I'll let them handle that part of it. But like you said, all of our guys that on defense, they can all run. They're all pretty strong, and they're all good athletes. We don't have any like big kids that can stuff a hole up. We just got kids that can go, and they're athletes, and they're pretty strong. We do Coach Sledge and Coach Sosha, they do a great job in the weight room. And
nice.
Our kids, we didn't get to go to the state weight meet this year because of some things coming up as far as conflicts and stuff like that right there, and district tournaments and regional and stuff. 'Cause we got kids that play baseball and track and this, that, and another, and we didn't get to go. But our kids do a great job in the weight room lifting.
Yes, sir. Well, last year 13-1, great season with a freshman quarterback at the helm, and a lot of starters coming back. Proud tradition in Fordyce as always, and I know that it's state or bust, every year down there. But that's part of something that you've created. I mean, it's been there for a long time, but you've done a great job. One of the best coaches in the state of Arkansas. All-time playoff record at Fordyce, 47-27. I mean, that's 20 wins over 500. That's very few schools can boast something like that. Glad to have you here today, Coach Rogers. We're going to get some of your players in here, but good luck this season.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Oh.
We'll just bring them in. Come on, guys. All right, got Jamartez Stroud right here, junior wide receiver number 2, and number 1, Micah Gamble, also a junior running back. We've already talked about y'all a little bit with Coach. Gamble, over 1,000 yards last year, 12 touchdowns on the ground alone. Also catch the ball out of the backfield. And, of course, Stroud, you've got looks like 45 receptions, 881 yards, 12 touchdowns. So that's a really good yard per carry or yard per catch average there, and very explosive. Talk to me what it's like playing under Coach Rogers and kind of the tradition there at Fordyce and what that's like, and what's kind of expected of y'all coming in every year.
Coach Rogers is a great coach.
Pull this down a little bit so we can hear you a little better.
He's a great
Good.
coach.
Yes, sir.
Old school, he likes to run downhill.
Oh, yeah.
He's very good coach. He's not really type of nice coach. He's an aggressive coach. Make sure you do your job right.
Disciplinarian.
Because he loves the game. And make sure we do our best to get to the state championship.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. You got something to add to that?
Yeah. He got to be very disciplined, trying every day to get better, and conditioning. We working on that, trying to stay in shape for the season.
Yes, sir. I know that when you go 13-0, when you have all those wins piled up, that whenever you get that loss, comes to the playoffs, it's season, you got to go home. That one hurt a lot. What has that felt like? How have y'all used that as motivation to get back there and get beyond that this year?
I mean, really, we had like 6 stars coming back, so we wasn't really worried about last season. We trying to get better for this season and try to go all the way.
Yes, sir.
like I said, yeah, we have a lot of starters coming back. And, it was a lot that went wrong that game
Right.
that you could possibly think of. And we just had that feeling to remember that feeling that losing is not a good feeling. And we forever had that feeling. And we come back better and stronger, get better for this season.
Yes, sir. Y'all got a huge rivalry with Rising, and Rising been down a little bit, but they're another program that's tradition rich, and they came back last year, and that was a huge game all over the state, and y'all squeaked out the win. What did that feel like? Y'all got any, y'all know people over there? Y'all got
Yes,
any
sir.
friends that play over there? You got a little smack talk going back and forth?
Oh, yes, sir. You know Kristen Reeves,
Mhm.
good close friend. But, yeah, playing them is great. Atmosphere, a lot of people, just a good time, good Friday night game, and we just compete.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think it was great playing them. They like to talk smack, but we talk to don't not respond. But that game was amazing. That was my first time actually like being in a game like that where the end zone was filled out, so it was
Wow.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, those are always special moments, and just everybody's there, and just huge games. Come out on the winning side, especially you're not going to forget it either way, but you definitely won't forget it. Pre-game meal.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite?
McDonald's,
McDonald's.
sweet teas, 2 McChickens.
2
large
McChickens.
fry. Go-to meal.
You ain't get a double quarter pounder.
Double
You want
quarter with
McChickens,
bacon,
huh?
too. Cookie toast.
What you got?
I don't eat before a game because my stomach, so
Right.
I would just be chilling, sleep.
Yeah, I heard a thing the other day. Said Michael Jordan said he ate just like huge steak about 5 hours before a game every night.
I can't do it.
Yeah, he's on the carnivore diet way back then for everybody ever even knew about it. Guys, we appreciate y'all coming up here. We got your quarterback coming in, but good luck on the season, guys, and we'll be looking forward to watching y'all this year, and hopefully we get a game with you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all. Go ahead, either chair, whatever, don't matter. You can fit side by side here, maybe. Folks, this is the quarterback. I know he don't look like it. He looks like a Division I defensive lineman or defensive end or a tight end, but big time right here. Sophomore coming into this year. Had a great season last year, 1971 yards passing. That's just through the air, not even counting the ground. 24 touchdowns through the air. Coach said you only had like 1 interception and 2 fumbles all year. And, for a ninth grader, most guys have more than that just on bad snaps, at that age. So just impressive. I know that the injury at Jessieville in the second round of the playoffs and a big win that night wasn't how you wanted that season to end. Talk to me about how tough that was and coming back from it.
Well, going into the game, people was already telling me before we got to playoffs, I need to watch teams because they could do dirty stuff to you, especially when you get to the playoffs. And then when you tell you got a good talent, they'll try to take you out. So just experiencing it really encouraged me. Because then when my team went out there, beat the defending state champions and took us to – we were 1 game away.
Right.
And I had to sit over there on the sideline, and I had to watch my team get destroyed. And it was really a bad feeling. But this year we're going to get it back, and I'm going to get stronger. I'm going to get better for my team, and we all going to go out here and we're going to go win state.
Yeah. Looks like you've trimmed up, like Coach was saying, a little bit since the end of last season. Talk to me about how that's looked for you. In that rehab.
Rehab has been going really great.
I'm going to move your mic down just a hair. Hear you a little better. There you go.
It's been going really great.
Yes, sir.
I've been working out with my cousins, getting different people to come to the field with me so I can feel different speeds of the game. The seniors going off, but they still talk to me, tell me different things that I'm messing up on. Got to start watching more film.
Yes, sir.
Got to start going out to the field with my boys, get the timing down, back in everything like it was last year.
So where'd this name Cadillac come from?
It came from Pee Wee. My pops gave it to me before I came to senior high.
Nice.
Junior high.
We were talking with Coach about the wing tee and the spread. What do you like?
I like spread.
You like to spread it out a little bit?
Yeah, I like spread.
Do you ever have any design basically a wildcat, but you're the main quarterback anyways, where you just run the draw.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Got a lot of that going on.
Yes, sir.
You are you a one cut, get north and south kind of guy? You dance around a little bit. What's your game?
I'm a downhill
Guy.
I'm coming to hit you.
That's right. We talked about defense a little bit with your coach, and they're going to try to keep you out of there if they can. But you like playing defense?
Yes, sir. Last time I played defense, I was in the 9th grade, and I played versus Hominy Grove. I've been hungry, ready to get back on the defense. But when my number called, I would be ready to go out on the field.
Yes, sir. It's been a lot of fun talking to y'all. Who do y'all got week 1, your first game at least?
Monticello.
Monticello. That's going to be a big one. Little step up there in class, a vacation. And is it at y'all's house or at Monticello?
At Monticello.
It's going to be a big one. Y'all looking forward to it?
Yes, sir. We all ready, especially me. First game back, ready to show the people what I'm ready to do.
It's going to be a good one. That's Andrell Cadillac Ellison right here with us with the Fordyce Red Bugs. We've heard from Micah Gamble and Jamartez Stroud and head coach Tim Rogers on the Fordyce portion of the Hometown Sports Volume 2 Media Days here. Appreciate you coming. Good luck on the season, man. Looking forward to watching y'all.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll be back in just a little bit. We're going to have Monis. What's that? Yeah, Magnolia coming in next.
When it comes to supporting the Fordyce Red Bugs, no one does it like Chase McCollum of Shelter Insurance. A former educator in the Fordyce School District, Chase has always believed in investing in our kids on and off the field. Whether it's cheering under the Friday night lights or helping you find the right coverage, Chase is proud to stand with the Red Bugs every step of the way. Chase McCollum, Shelter Insurance, proud longtime supporter of the Fordyce Red Bugs.
It's so hot, you're gonna think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not gonna believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot, because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment, because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
From the hills of northwest Arkansas to the flatlands of the Delta, it's only 51 days till the kickoff of high school football in Arkansas. This is Hometown Sports Volume 2, only on the Arkansas Sports Network. Hometown Sports Volume 2 is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales. Lifted, leveled, and ready to roll. Drive different. By Tyson Foods. Passionate about food, committed to you, feeding the world like family. By Arkansas Tech University. Financial flexibility, academic excellence. Learn more, earn more. And by Metcalf Trucking Company. Arkansas trucking delivered reliably and with integrity.
All right, we're here at Camden Fairview High School for our Hometown Sports Media Day here. I am joined by the head football coach of the Magnolia Panthers, Coach Adam Kirby. Thank you for being with us today.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
So tell me a little bit about just an overview of what's going on with your team right now and what you guys are doing in the offseason.
Yeah, kids are working real hard. We've got them going Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday during the summer. And we've averaged right at about 85 to 90 kids consistently showing up. We've got 115, 116 on the roster. Some of those are freshmen and things of that nature. But we've got high attendance. Kids are really working hard and looking to build on last year and what we did.
Talk to me a little bit about, the X's and O's of what you guys are doing this season. If you guys are going to be doing anything differently than you did last year, and just what you guys have been working on in that regard.
Yeah, we're not going to do too much differently. I mean, our core values are going to remain the same. We try to preach to our kids our brand is fast, physical, and fearless. We want to play extremely fast in all three phases of the game. We want to be known as a very physical football team, and then we're trying to get to our kids that if you can do those two things, you don't really have to be scared of anybody or any opponent or afraid of failure. Just go out and play your best and so we're not going to change up too much. It worked well for us last year in year one, kind of setting that standard, and kids really bought into it. And so we're going to keep that going and try to get into the playoffs this year.
Going from year one to year two, what have been the major differences that you've noticed through the program?
Sheer number of kids. When I got there were 44 on the roster. And as I said, we've got over 100 now. And then just since then, I think we've made football fun again, and I don't think that's anything with me. I think it has more to do with our staff and our kids and the type of football we try to play. It's a kids' game, and it should be fun, and we don't want to lose sight of that. But at the same time, I mean, every coach that's been on here and that will continue to be on this show is fighting for the same thing. So we do have a job to do, but I think the biggest thing now is our kids have understood that you can still have fun at practice. You can have fun on Friday nights and still, get in between the white lines and flip a switch. And so that's really helped us, and our kids have really bought into it. And they're just a great group to coach. They're really fun. We got a lot of leadership. They police themselves really well. They don't cause us a lot of headaches off the field, discipline, grades. And then when they do get in the weight room, get on the field, they work extremely hard. So very coachable, good character. They're just a lot of fun to be around every day.
Talk to me about what you guys, as far as players, are bringing back from that last year, and then what you guys have lost that will be hard to replace maybe.
Yeah, defensively, the two I've got with me right now, Carmelo McDonald at linebacker and Caleb Roach at cornerback are two of the best I've ever coached. You know, Caleb led the state in interceptions last year. He had 9. Carmelo had over 110 tackles in 10 ball games. Next to him at wheel linebacker, we've got Chevis Johnson, who was two-time All-State or is a two-time All-State guy. He had over 115 tackles. DB-wise, we've got Bubba Williams coming back on defense. D-line, we've got Elijah Broomfield coming back. We've got George Jackson coming back. We've got Jacaden Grissom, Sawyer Scruggs. So our defense is pretty set. Where we lost quite a bit of firepower on offense. We lost Ahmad Davis, Nico Gwynn, Jace Wilson, J2 Young, Rydarius Moore, and so we lost Antonio Brooks. I mean, so offensively we're kind of starting over, but defensively should be the strength of our team this year.
Talk to me about your schedule this year, who you guys are playing in non-conference, and then what your conference is going to look like, and maybe some games that you guys are looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm always looking forward to the first one as a coach. I'm ready to put the headset back on and get back to it. But we got Nashville week 0, and then we're off week 1, and then we got Bauxite at home and Hamburg at home, and those will be our 3 non-con. And then after that, our first 2 conference are Arkansas High and Lakeside. So our first 3 are at home, then we go to Arkansas High, and then our 5th one, Lakeside's coming back to us. So that'll help us out a little bit, having 4 of the first 5 at home. Last year, we were on the road first 3 weeks, so that was a little bit of a grind, but thought our kids handled it well, and I know we're excited to kind of see everybody for year 2 of those contracts and see the conference again, because in my opinion, I've only been in Arkansas a year, but coming up from 5A in Louisiana, our conference is as good as I've been around as a coach. We've got Camden in there, Lakeside, Parkview, Hot Springs is good. Coach Hood, I think, is going to do a good job at Arkansas High. Coach Turner at Hope does a really good job. They play extremely hard. And Coach Bell at D Queen does a really good job. So really excited to be in the conference and see if we've taken a step in it and hopefully getting towards the playoffs.
Coming from Louisiana, I'm curious to know what's different between Louisiana and Arkansas high school football?
I think a bigger emphasis is put on high school football in the state of Arkansas. You go around, there's a lot of teams in the state that have great facilities, great coaching. And I've said that to a couple buddies back in Louisiana. Like, there were some games in Louisiana that it didn't matter what you did, you knew what you were going to get defensively. And here in Arkansas, every single week you had to have a counterpunch because they were going to adjust. So the whole game you feel like you're kind of going back and forth in a chess match. And so I think the coaching in Arkansas has been phenomenal. Facilities are much better in Arkansas, whether it be this school has an indoor, but this school has turf. Some schools have both. The atmosphere is great because a lot of these schools that we play, and I use Lakeside as an example because that was our first away game for conference, and Lakeside's right outside of Hot Springs, but it felt like it was a one high school town. The stands were packed. It was blue and gold everywhere. It was a hostile environment. Coach Rock obviously does a great job, but it kind of had that one high school feel, and you're in the mountains of Hot Springs. So I think a bigger importance is placed on high school athletics as a whole in Arkansas. The coaches have been very welcoming. I've made several friends that have helped me, whether it's due dates on things or forms or whatever. So I've been tickled to death since I've been here and don't plan on going anywhere else. So, I've really enjoyed Arkansas.
Talk to me a little bit about what the community is like in Magnolia and what the Friday night lights are like in that town.
They're very supportive. They love their high school. They love whatever our kids are doing in Magnolia, our community is going to get behind. We've got a phenomenal administration, led by our superintendent, Skipper Ward, very supportive. We just got done putting new grass on our field today, actually. They put the last little bit of it. Our athletic director, Bobby Beeson was a longtime coach at Magnolia, coached baseball there, won some state titles. He's from Magnolia. And going all the way, to our principal, Jessica R.E. is real supportive, allows us as coaches, no matter the sport, to kind of handle the kids discipline-wise and keeps us in the loop with grades. And then our junior high principal, DJ Graham, has done a really good job as a former coach, kind of setting the bar with a 6th grade pre-athletics class and moving 7th and 8th grade class athletics to 7th hour so we can get more time with those guys. So when you have an administration from 7th grade at DJ all the way up to Miss RE through senior high, and then you got an athletic director who was a coach, obviously, and then Skipper Ward, a school superintendent, all athletic-minded, good things can happen. And then our community's behind the coaches. They're behind the kids. They want to see you do right by the kids. They want to see you make sure that discipline's right. I mean, it's not all wins and losses. Now, everybody wants to win, but they care much more about how our kids are acting and things of that nature, and they get behind you and support you if you're doing right by the kids. So as a high school coach, talent will go up and down every year, but to support you, either way is a real blessing.
Talk to me about the senior class that you have this year and what you think makes them special or makes them different.
I mean, I don't know what makes them different. Special is that they hold the standard every day. We don't have a senior that I can think of that doesn't show up every day, loves playing football, helps the younger guys. You get some of those older guys, juniors and seniors, that sometimes kind of shun the freshmen and 8th graders and stuff, and our seniors don't. I mean, I would say that's one thing that makes them really special is if we as a coach miss something, one of our guys, like the 2 that we've got over here, will jump right in and help out and correct a younger guy, and because playing for Magnolia means a lot, and they want to see us be good for a while. So, but their leadership is great. Their character's great. I mean, there's a lot of things that make them special, but to sum it up in those 2, I mean, I'd say we've got great leadership, and we've got great character within that senior group.
What would be a successful season for Magnolia this year?
Playoffs. I think that, we don't really we've kind of established that as a team, and then we don't talk about it anymore. We focus kind of more on being 1-0 every day, putting your best foot forward every day, play the next play, good or bad. One bad play won't lose you the game, and one good play won't win it for you. So certainly our goal is the playoffs. We want to take the next step. Last year we broke even. We missed the playoffs by, I think, 4 points on the tiebreaker with Hot Springs and Arkansas High, and feel like we should have been in. And so to make the playoffs this second year would be a huge step in our program. But really, overall, the goal is we've got to continue to improve. We've got to focus on ourselves. We've got to get stronger. We've got to get more mentally tough. And if we continue to do that, I think we're going to have a shot at the end of the year.
All right. Well, if you would, go ahead and introduce the players that you brought with you today.
Yeah, I brought my 2 of my starters with me. They're both seniors, linebacker number 19, Carmelo McDonald, and cornerback number 4, Caleb Roach.
All right. Well, we're going to hand it off to them, and thank you for being here with us today, Coach.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourselves.
My name is Carmelo McDonald. I played middle linebacker at Magnolia High School. Had 108 tackles last season. Averaged 10.3 tackles a game. Really a head stop on defense.
Man, I'm Caleb Roach. I'm number 4 cornerback. I really go by DB. I like to go out there and see where the ball is at and try to go take it from quarterbacks, try to ruin their day.
Each of you tell me about what it's like playing for Coach Kirby in Magnolia.
It's nice, really good. You feel the love. You feel like you want to come to practice, actually do something, not just come there just because you had to come. You actually want to get up in the morning and go participate in each different thing. He give us a lot of different exposure to things. He shows different things, bring a lot of different college coaches around just to try to make sure we get that next opportunity to go to the next level.
It's tough. he makes you be a better, not just a better football player, but a better man, because you're going to uphold the standard. I think that's one thing we've set in the program is the standard is everybody's going to live by it. And, not only do you want to be a good football player, you want to be a good man, because football's gonna end one day, and that's one thing we've said in the program. And real grateful to have Curve here. He takes care of us all. He loves us all. He tells us every day. So we say, he says, love y'all guys. We say, love you, Curve, every day, just to make sure that we all understand that he's tough on us, but it's all love, and he's just trying to help us be better people.
Tell me about what you guys as seniors do as far as being in a leadership role on your team.
I'm always willing to help out the younger guys. They're the next ones up in line after we leave, so it's better to get them a head start and help them out for the future, set them up for the right success.
I tell them all I'm gonna be hard on them. I told two of my sophomore DBs yesterday. I said, hey, I'm not trying to be your friend. I want you guys to be better than I ever could be. I want y'all to. If we don't win, I want y'all to win. And yeah, I try to help everybody have that mindset of I love y'all. But I gotta be hard on y'all too, just like the head boss, head coach Curve. I'm like, hey, we y'all are gonna be good, so I'm gonna be tough on y'all, and y'all can hate me, but y'all are gonna be better.
Talk to me about what the brotherhood of Magnolia football is like.
It's strong. We all locked in together. If something happened to this person, we all right behind them. So like we really all locked in together.
We're all family. It's all brotherhood. Like he said, it's all brotherhood. Everybody has each other's numbers, Snapchats, Instagrams. There's not one person on the team we can't get to within 5 minutes. If something happens, we all surround them. It's like, love you. We're gonna get behind you, and we're gonna stick up for you. We're gonna have you back.
Talk to me about your schedule this year. Are there any games that you guys are looking forward to playing, whether that's a rivalry or somebody who you guys are just trying to get another shot at, or anything like that?
Well, we're really excited to beat Camden Fairview this season and play Hamburg for homecoming, get redemption on them, and beat the Bears off of Nashville first game. And hopefully put an end to Parkview, whatever the little thing they got going on, put an end to that too.
I don't have a circled game. I circled the whole schedule. I want everybody. Every Friday night is game time. It's war. And they talk about a lot in Magnolia. The city talks a lot about Camden and Parkview and Lakeside just because of the names. But I'm under the same mindset, whether it's Nashville, Bauxite, Hamburg, D. Queen, Hope. It's war, and we got to win. That's how I feel every day. Everybody got to get it.
Talk to me about what you guys do during the summer as far as 7-on-7s, lifting, team camps, practices, whatever. What are you guys doing right now during the summer?
We work out Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, come back Thursday, Friday. Every morning we get a workout in, run, and we practice after that. And then some days we'll have 7-on-7s, team camps. We do that. But then after that, we're right back to it, back to working out and running.
Fast, physical, fearless. That's the name of the game. That's all we do every day. Is try to get more fast, play physical, and stay fearless to get ready for Friday nights. That's all summer is for us.
Yeah, talk to me about what a Friday night lights are like in Magnolia.
So we might get out of school a little early. We go down there, hit a workout, eat something. We all get locked in. We go over film one more time, make sure everybody got this done. As a linebacker, we all take a test to make sure we all know everything before we go into the game. Make sure nobody's like that doesn't know what we're supposed to be doing. It's really nice. I like it. I love the atmosphere. All the people come out and support us, seeing the whole stands filled up. It's really great to see.
I love the atmosphere. We got cheerleading. Our cheerleading squad is they're amazing. They're coming up, getting ready to make a run for their state title. Our dance team is back-to-back state champs. So, and I've wanted to watch the halftime show for years. Our band they're amazing. I dance on the field. If you ever saw me, I dance on the field to the band. Everything's great. The fans are amazing. They're supportive. Our coaches are loud. The kids, everybody's together. It's really Magnolia versus whoever. It's not the Panthers. It's Magnolia.
Yeah. Guys, thanks for being here today. Really appreciated talking to you guys. Is there anything else that you guys want to say about your team before we send y'all back here?
back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I always got to get better each day. Work don't stop.
Magnolia is getting ready to make a run. I'm calling it. Getting ready.
We making it all the way through the playoffs.
All right. Well, that's a high expectation, but you guys obviously very confident in yourselves, and I like that. So we're going to be back here at some point. Bearden should be rolling in soon enough. I think around 3 o'clock they're supposed to be here. So we'll see if we can. Bearden's still coming at 3. Yeah. So we're going to cut it or leave the stream on. So we're going to leave the stream on. We're going to go to a break real quick, and then we'll be back for Bearden whenever they get over here. And but Magnolia guys, thank you for coming in today. Really appreciated talking to you guys, getting to hear about your team. But until Bearden gets here, we're going to sign off and go to commercial right here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
It's so hot, you're gonna think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not gonna believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pod. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success. Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there.
From the hills of northwest Arkansas to the flatlands of the Delta, it's only 51 days till the kickoff of high school football in Arkansas. This is Hometown Sports Volume 2, only on the Arkansas Sports Network. Hometown Sports Volume 2 is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales. Lifted, leveled, and ready to roll. Drive different. By Tyson Foods. Passionate about food, committed to you, feeding the world like family. By Arkansas Tech University. Financial flexibility, academic excellence. Learn more, earn more. And by Metcalf Trucking Company. Arkansas trucking delivered reliably and with integrity.
All right, we're back for our last edition of the day here from Camden Fairview High School down here in the South. We've got Bearden Bears head coach Brandon Austin with me today. Coach Austin, going into your looks like your third year now here at Bearden, and riding the ship a little bit. Last year, y'all made the playoffs for the first time in a while, more than 5 years it looks like. 6-5 on the year. Second, got tied for second in the conference, and just really did some good things. Had a tough loss early on against Hazen in conference play in overtime, 14-12, but got some big wins down the stretch. Got a win over Clarendon, 57-20, 36-6 over Hampton. And then I feel like where y'all really took the next step was those last two games, taking down a good, solid Poland and England team. Both of those are solid programs, had pretty good years last year. Y'all got those two victories and got back to the playoffs, and that's the first step in the right direction, getting back there. Now I know you want to take that to the next level. Coach, talk to me about how last season went a little bit and what you liked out of it and what you're looking forward to going into 2025.
Yeah, sure. I felt like we made some gains, some big gains last year. We started to, of course, the season prior to that, we started to kind of win a few games, but the ones that we were losing, we were losing by small amounts or whatever. And so now we start to try to see some of those wins just really come up for us. And so I think last year we learned, we grew a little bit. We saw some of the things that we were kind of short on. We knew we needed to get stronger. We knew we needed to develop in a few positions, especially offensively and defensively on the edge and in the secondary. And as the season went on, we were fortunate enough to have some really good non-conference games early on in the season. I felt like that really helped prepare us for what we saw in conference, being in one of the toughest conferences in the state. And we got better as the year went on, and I think that's going to continue on into this year. Hopefully we'll see a lot from that.
Yes, sir. You got 8 back on offense, 5 on defense. So you got a lot of starters coming back. You got a lot of skill guys, got a pretty good offensive line, pretty big. Let's talk about some of these skill guys. Start with the quarterback. Got a senior out there, Landon Fawcett, had a 736 yards passing last year. what does he do as a leader for your team?
He is actually a really good leader for us. Now, I'll correct that. He's going to be a junior this year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
got that wrong.
He's got 2 more years left.
Junior. Nice.
But he came a long way for us. Actually, wasn't the intended starter to start the season last year, but we had a few injuries and a few other things early on in the season, and he stepped into the role. On day one, we saw that was the guy that needed to be there in that position, and I think he did a really good job for us. Most of the time we're not looking to throw the ball a whole lot. We like to control the game on the ground and move it on the ground, but he gives us the ability to be able to air the ball out. Really strong arm, very accurate, hits his targets, goes through his progressions, studies film real well. I can't say enough about how far he came last season. I'm looking for some really good things from him this year.
Yes, sir. 736 yards out of a sophomore who, when you don't throw it a whole lot, is really, really impressive. So really good start there to build around. And then you got you just kind of loaded with some guys coming back on the offensive side. Junior running back, I think he's a junior, is that correct? Matthew Chambers.
Absolutely.
Big back.
He is.
Tall, lanky.
Yeah.
And had 1,000 yards last year. Talk to me about Chambers.
He's our bell cow. He's the guy we want to give the ball to, most of the game if we can. He allows us to control the clock, control the ball, stay on offense. A lot of times, our best defense is offense. If we can keep the ball, shorten the game, he gives us the opportunity to do that. A lot of speed for so much size. He's a 100-meter dash guy. Made it to state this year, and
nice.
So he's got a lot of speed to go along with all the size, a lot of strength. He's really done a really good job in the off season, building on that strength. We expect him to have a really good season this year. He's probably a lot stronger than he was last year, and so hopefully that equates to some bigger gains this year.
Yes, sir. I've seen him listed as 6'3", 205. I mean that's he's tall, but that's a good size back for 3A or 2A especially.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about this big bruising fullback you got, Markevius Jimerson.
Okay, so Jimerson, he was out a few games last year. He had some injuries. He's actually battling an injury right now this summer, basketball injury. But he's going to be ready when week 0 rolls around to play. He's just a guy we can give the ball to in space. We can run it up the middle with him. Can catch balls in the flats. He gives us a lot of chances to do things differently, and makes it really hard for other teams to game plan against what we want to do.
Yes, sir. Wide receiver Trayden Charles, I guess.
Trayden Quarles.
Oh, okay, my bad. 6'4", 185, a lot of height on the team. A lot of guys can go up and get the ball and throw it to him. Talk to me about his game.
He's a ball hawk, man. We put it up in the air, and that's a tribute to some of those yards that Landon Fawcett had. You throw it up to him, he's going to go get it. He's usually, he's a mismatch nightmare for a lot of guys, especially in 2A, because you don't see a lot of corners that can cover a guy that's that tall and can run a little bit. He's got a little speed to go with it. Extremely good hands. He can go up and get it, go out and get it wherever we, decide to run him on routes, and he's the guy that we can depend on to bring it in.
Yes, sir. It looks like you got at least 2 or 3 starters back on the offensive line. Atavian Moore, 5'10", 270, right tackle. Got him as a junior. And Bearden, another guy, is a junior, 6'1", 235. Talk to me about your offensive line.
Sure. We got a lot of guys coming back on the offensive line. Should help us a lot. We got Atavian Moore. We're actually going to be moving him to center this year. So he's gonna anchor us in the middle, snaps the ball really well, blocks, solid blocker. Knows his duties and responsibilities. That's a big part of it. We do a lot of different things up front offensively, and so he knows, where to go, when to go. He's gotten a lot stronger in the offseason too, so we're looking for a big push from him.
Nice.
Bearden is actually a sophomore. We moved him up as a freshman, I think week 8 of last season. And so he was a day one guy that made an impact for us last year at the varsity level. So we're looking for a lot from him this year and his sophomore season.
Yes, sir. I got just a couple key guys that I wrote down here. That Jacob Miller, another guy, you said you might be moving him to D-line.
Yeah, Jacob Miller is one of those guys that can play for us on both sides of the ball. We're really looking at mainly trying to use him on the defensive side, kind of keep him fresh as much as possible, let him get after the quarterbacks. That's something that he does well. He's got really good ball get-off speed, knows how to find the gaps and get through them, keeps his gap sound up front, really strong, quick, speed, So he's got all those intangibles that you look for on a defensive guy up front.
Yes, sir. Y'all put up a lot of points last year. Even in some of the losses, you got 20 in the playoffs against Mount Ida, which had a really good defense. That's, 36-6 win over Hampton. You scored 43 in the opener against Episcopal. Let's talk about the defense a little bit, though, now. Looks like you got 5 guys back. I know one guy, cornerback, Kamari Nettles. Kamari. I can't read my right. That's right. It looked like an N. It was R-I.
Kamari is one of those guys that we're going to put him on their best receiver. When we go out on Friday nights or we game plan, we're going to put him up against whoever they want to throw the ball to and try to make them change what they want to do. This is going into his 4th year as a starter for us. We moved him up as a freshman, so he's been starting at the cornerback position since he was a 9th grader. Was actually all conference as a 9th grader. So. We know that we can depend on him to help us in the passing game, and that's something that we've struggled with. And so we have to be able to move him around as much as possible, and I think he has accepted that role for us. We may play him some at safety, some at corner, maybe some at the weak side linebacker, just kind of wherever we need him. He's a flex guy for us that we can put anywhere.
Yes, sir. Tell me about your other guys on defense. What are your strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah, we got, of course, Markevius Jimerson is going to give us a lot of help on defense. We lost our leading tackler this past season, Hunter Stringfellow, who graduated. So somebody's got to fill that role. And we have a lot of guys we feel that can do that. Matthew Chambers will contribute for us defensively. Kamari Nettles, of course. We've got Valentin Gonzalez this year who should come up and make some pretty good plays for us defensively. We have Jeremiah Wright, who's going to return and play for us. He's been out a couple of years, but he's coming back this year, and he gets off the ball extremely well. And so we're looking really excited about some of the things that he can possibly do for us on defense.
Yes, sir. Y'all, you got 5 conference wins last year: Baptist Prep, Clarendon, Hampton, Poland, and England. Couldn't get by on Carlisle. That was a tough one. Of course, they're one of the top teams in the state. I know that Hazen one that kind of you wish you had one more play probably in that one.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what y'all need to do to kind of get over that hump there and really go to the next level and get a better seed going into the playoffs.
Yeah, we knew that coming into the season we were extremely young, and it's difficult sometimes when you got a bunch of 15 and 16-year-olds playing out against a bunch of 17, 18, 19-year-olds or whatever. And we know that this year we're a year older, we're a year stronger. We got a lot of guys with a lot of experience, and when you get late in the season, late October, early November, and when you've got guys that have played games at a high level and know what to expect, they can give you a lot more. And so that's what we're looking at this year. We're looking for that experience to carry us. Yes, sir.
Well, Bearden's got a really proud tradition, 38-27 overall in the playoffs all time. I mean, there's not a lot of teams with the that high of a winning percentage over 500. And I know last year I came down and interviewed you for our HomeTown Sports. That was our first year doing it, and just seeing the stadium, everything, and I know where it had gotten, and you'd already gotten them up from 0 wins, 1 win, and then your first year you got them to 4 wins, and then last year y'all added to that with the 6 wins, and it looks like y'all got a lot to be excited about this year, and a lot of returning guys, and a really good opportunity to continue to get back into the playoffs and improve upon it even.
Yeah, I think everybody's excited about it. The community is excited about it. Our administration, principal, superintendent, everybody's looking forward to what we're going to be able to put out there.
Do you know what your total numbers are this year, on your roster?
On the roster
compared to when you first got there?
When I first got there, we struggled to finish the season that first year. We had 13 on the roster, and so now we're looking at going into the season with 29. So I mean that's pretty good for 2A football.
Yes, sir.
If we can keep it around that number, we'll be just fine.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming up here and talking to us. We got a bunch of players. We got 6 of them going to come up and talk. And good luck on the season.
Thank you.
We'll get 2 at a time. Looks like we're going to have Martavius Jimerson and Latavian Moore. Got Moore coming in first. Playing some center this year, huh? Moore, and we'll play some center. And then who did I say I had? Markevius Jimerson, yes. You're the big fullback we were talking about a little bit. Yes, sir. So tell me about playing for Coach Austin, what he's done since he's been there. Y'all were probably, 9th graders, 8th graders when he got there? Pull your mic down real quick. There you go.
He pushes you to work hard,
and push past your limits when you feel like you really can't push past your limits. You know what I'm saying?
Teaching you
Get
that conditioning
discipline. It's what you just said. We work a lot.
Yes, sir.
As a team, so.
Talk to me about it more. What are your thoughts on Coach?
Well, he does a great job of connecting with his players, getting to know you really well, having a strong bond, pushing you really well in the weight room, on the field, making you the best player you can possibly be.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I definitely see that talking to him last year and this year, and seems like he's definitely a player's coach, a guy that you'd want to go play for sure. That seems like he cares about his players a lot. Y'all's wins, went from 4 2 years ago to 6 last year, got into the playoffs. I know y'all were kind of happy to be there at that point, but I know y'all want to do better than that this year. Had a tough draw against Mount Ida, who went on to state last year, but talk to me about, improving on that this year and what y'all need to do to focus to do that.
You really got to worry about injuries. Like, injuries stopped us from doing a lot of things past season. I feel like if we didn't deal with injuries and stuff, we would have went way farther than we went.
Yes, sir.
Well, the tough losses in the first of the season and not being where we should be at the start really affected us towards the end of finally getting there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that win against Poen in England at the end of the year kind of catapulted you into the playoffs there after the tough start. Talk to me about those nights and what that was like, getting those victories and knowing you were going to the playoffs after that.
Going into them games, like practice week, we were having intense practices, lifting very hard, preparing for the week, preparing for the games. We just kept on having the mindset, if we keep on winning, don't worry about the wins, worry about the next game.
Yes, sir. Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Pre-game meal, what y'all got? What's your favorite pre-game?
Chicken strips and tater babies.
The Subway.
I think I've heard chicken strips all day from just about everybody. What'd you say?
Subway.
Subway. That's right. We had that for lunch. We had a little break, but it's good stuff. Guys, I appreciate y'all coming up here and talking. That's Latavian Moore and Markevius Jimerson, big-time players here for the Bearden Bears, and looking forward to the season this year. We're going to get a couple more of y'all guys in. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Next two, go ahead and come on, guys. Got Matthew Chambers, number 5, running back, and we've got number 54, Bear Nemo. Left tackle. Play a little defense as well. Bear, is that your first name, or is that a nickname?
That's my middle name.
That's your middle name?
Yes, sir.
So you got a name like that, you gotta be tough, right?
I try to be.
You try to be, yeah. I think you have to be with a name like that for sure. What's it like playing for Coach Austin?
It's really fun. He's definitely helped me get better as a player and as a person.
Yes, sir.
He's pushed me past my limits, past what I thought I could go, and he's just a really good coach, in my opinion.
Yes, sir. Looks like you won out that left tackle position. You excited about playing left tackle out there? A little bit on the island sometimes in pass pro. Y'all don't pass a whole lot, but you will at times, right?
Yes, sir. I'm very excited, ready to go out there and get some work in.
Yes, sir. Talk to me, number 5 here, Matthew Chambers. Got 6 of y'all, so I'm trying to keep it all in my head. 1,000 yards last year, and looking to add upon that this year. Talk to me about running in this offense and what that's like.
Well, running, I like it, depending on, the linemen.
Yeah.
If they do good, then I just run.
Make it easy on you, right?
Yes, sir.
You like counter plays? What's your favorite call?
Well, 25's, up the middle, that, I don't be bound. I bounce out, and they'll tell me I don't like that. But other than that, then, yeah, it's 25.
Okay. Favorite pregame meal for y'all guys?
Chicken strips, like Tay said.
Yeah? Both of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Honey mustard? Barbecue?
Ranch.
Ranch?
Ketchup.
Yeah. Ketchup, okay. You had a heartbreaking loss to Hazen in overtime. Talk to me how that felt that night and how excited you are to play them this year.
Well, I feel like if we're going to put up a good fight against them, we should have them this year. But last year, it was kind of raining, slippery. Like, we couldn't get, like, good, like.
Traction.
Yeah.
Tough one.
I didn't play that game.
Oh, you didn't play in that one? That's why you lost, right?
Yes, sir.
You had to play Mount out of twice, 37-6. They got y'all in the regular season. Then you went in the playoffs, had a little bit better showing, but they were a really good team. Ben Woodfield, one of the best players in the state. Talk to me about the experience y'all gained, though, in that playoff game and how that's going to help y'all this year.
I didn't really get in that game much, but they're strong. They're real fast. I mean, they just beat us because they were just strong and fast.
They run that veer about as fast as anybody, for sure. It's hard to find out who's got the ball at times.
Oh, yeah.
You got anything to add to that?
Yeah, that under center, yeah. That's I don't like the under center.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all coming up here and talking to us today on the Hometown Sports Volume 2 edition here at Camden Fairview for the Bearden Bears. We got 2 more coming in. Go ahead and switch y'all off. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Thanks, Barrett. Perfect name for Bearden, by the way. All right, we got Amari Nettles, senior defensive back, kind of play a little bit everywhere. And who else we got? Number 1, quarterback Landon Fawcett. Got you as a junior. What's it mean to be a Bearden Bear?
To be, you can hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, to be a Bearden Bear, it's good. You got Coach Austin coaching, the best coach. So it's always good to have Coach Austin coaching. Nettles got a lot to say too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, being Bear to me is like you do it for your team, you do it for your family. Coach Austin.
Right. So you got any
And don't forget about Coach B. We got Coach Burrs too.
Okay,
Coach
Burrs.
Yeah.
So you got any funny little cliches he likes to throw out there? Or is he just pretty straightforward, pretty down there?
Straightforward.
There you go.
Yeah.
No clear eyes, full hearts, none of that kind of stuff. No, chop the wood, none of that. Maybe
Get
a
to
little
the
bit.
jungle.
Nike or Adidas? What's y'all's favorite?
Nike.
Both of you. Okay, I think that's been unanimous so far. Pre-game meal.
Sure.
Anything that's up there.
We usually be eating Subway because Coach get a Subway. But
That's
Subway
nice.
straight.
Yeah.
That's nice. Y'all have came from, great tradition here at Bearden, but it was some rough sledding there for a while. 4 wins, 0 wins, 1 win. He gets there, 4 wins, 6 last year. And y'all really got a great chance here to increase on that this year with a lot of returning guys in the third year in his system. I think y'all's fans should be very excited to watch y'all come out and support y'all this year, and it's really fun to see what he's doing in that community. Talk to me a little bit about what y'all need to do week 1 when you got Episcopal. I think it's again or
week 1.
Yep, Episcopal to kind of focus on that one and get the season started right.
Let's go out there, practice hard, focus on everything. We need to do a little stuff right.
I got you.
Yes.
Week 1, we already going to be done practice, and we going to be ready to go out there and win. That's what's going to happen. Week 1, and we're going to go out there and win.
You might be a quarterback, right?
Yes, sir.
You got that confidence for sure.
Oh, we all do.
Yeah.
Everybody on the team do.
So, do you run the ball quite often?
Nah,
not at all.
Hey.
You just handing it off and throwing it whenever you get the call. 736 yards last year as a sophomore, throwing in a run-first offense. That's impressive. How's your game developed this year, Landon?
I've been working. I mean, we ain't throw the ball in the junior high when I was in 9th grade, so we just handed the ball to him.
Right.
Big one.
Yeah.
He ran. So, we still started throwing this year.
Nice. You got some good weapons to throw to. I mean, we talked about trading. He's a guy you can just kind of like a safety valve out there.
Throw it up to him.
Yes, sir, and go make plays. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all coming up here. Excited about y'all's upcoming season, and what's turned around and what's going on over at Bearden. And it looks like y'all are right back to that great Bear tradition that's been there for all these years. Congratulations on getting to the playoffs last year, and looking forward to a great season this year. Thanks for coming up here, guys. Nice meeting y'all.
Nice meeting.
All right, that is going to wrap us up today from Camden Fairview on the Hometown Sports Volume 2. Tomorrow we were going to be in Hot Springs and Van Buren, and then on Friday we will be in Clinton. We're going to have lots of schools we still got scheduled. Get to a list here real quick. Tomorrow at Hot Springs looks like we're going to have Falk, Garden, Mount Ida, Lakeside, Lake Village, Ashdown, Glen Rose, Hot Springs, Murfreesboro. And looks like we should have, I think, Hot Springs and Hot Springs Lakeside and Lakeside Lake Village. And then over at Van Buren, we're going to have Alma, Van Buren, Hackett, Clarksville, Waldron, Ozark, and Clarksville. I think I might have said that. So going to have a good day. Definitely keep watching, like, share. We appreciate it. Comment. Let us know how you think it's going, and we really appreciate that, guys. Thank you for joining us. For Duran Miller, Carson Ward, and Justin Smith, we're checking out here from Camden Fairview.
When it comes to supporting the Fordyce Red Bugs, no one does it like Chase McCollum of Shelter Insurance. A former educator in the Fordyce School District, Chase has always believed in investing in our kids on and off the field. Whether it's cheering under the Friday night lights or helping you find the right coverage, Chase is proud to stand with the Red Bugs every step of the way. Chase McCollum, Shelter Insurance, proud longtime supporter of the Fordyce Red Bugs.